Did you know that having your pet spayed or neutered reduces the risk of certain cancers and other diseases?
Clayton Clark is live with more on having a happy and a healthy pet. Good morning, Clayton.
Good morning, Liz and Kopi. Many of you may have received a new pet as a present under the tree, and we're here today to help you get your new friend acclimated to a new life. And we talked about a lot about training, but now we're moving into the health aspect, and we have our vet today, Aaron. One, spay and neuter is highly recommended, right?
Right. We want all dogs and cats to be spayed or neutered, and that's just to help keep the population down. There's a severe overpopulation problem, and our shelters are just brimming with animals that need homes. So spaying and neutering can help kind of lower that problem. Also, you want to make sure your animal's vaccinated. And when we get really young puppies, they're able to get things like parvo, and if you vaccinate them starting about 6 to 8 weeks up until they're about 4.5 months old, then they'll be protected from parvo and any of the other diseases they may catch out there. So
now, puppies are well known for eating just about anything. When should you be concerned about something that your dog has ingested?
Anytime you have a problem where you think your dog may have ingested something they're not supposed to, shoestrings, Christmas tree ornaments in particular, you need to keep an eye on them right away. If anything goes wrong, vomiting, diarrhea, anything like that, get them to a vet, because those can be life-threatening problems.
And how soon, when you get them in the house, do you take them to see their vet?
I would get them within the first week. You want to make sure your puppy's healthy, or even your kitten. Make sure they're not coming down with anything like a cold, which is pretty common, especially if you've adopted from a shelter environment. So,
do puppies have the same cold symptoms as we do?
Sometimes they'll cough or sneeze, and sometimes you'll catch them with some goopy stuff coming out of their eyes.
And this time of year, a lot of traveling going on. Are there any specific things you should do to prepare a puppy for travel?
If you've never traveled with your puppy before, you might want to take them on just a real short car trip just to see how they're going to do. Some dogs can get car sick and then they get totally miserable, but vets can usually help out either by prescribing a sedative if they need it, or just being able to give you some other tips on traveling with them. Keep them quiet. Maybe don't feed them before you travel, and feed them when you stop.
What about if you have a pet that is a little overactive and they're a little hard to contain when you take them to the vet? What can you do to make the trip a little easier?
While they're at the vet's office, sometimes you should see if you can bring them in just to get a treat. That way they can associate the vet with something good. And sometimes we get a lot of dogs in that are absolutely terrified when they show up to the vet's office. But most offices I know of, if you just want to bring them in so the staff can play with them, give them a little treat, and make sure they associate that with a happy feeling as opposed to the dread of, oh my gosh, I'm going somewhere where there's other dogs, other cats. Oh, they get pretty worried. Otherwise, just try and keep them calm, and that's about it. It's hard. They get nervous when they're at the vet's office. So.
That's why my doctor as a kid always had candy at the desk. They lured me in, Liz and Kopi, with sweets, and then they stuck me with needles.
They suckered you in with the suckers.
Oh, man. Well, you still turned out okay. You're okay for it. No problem.